record high. The Dow rose 0.6%, and the Nasdaq was up 0.8%. Technology companies and retailers did especially well. Traders won't be getting a holiday this week, though, with Wall Street scheduled to be open on Friday, which is New Year's Eve.
That's correspondent Greg Clugston reporting. And when trading resumes later this morning, the Dow will open at 35,950. More on these stories at townhall.com.
When you're hungry for tender brisket or some delicious homemade cobbler, then look no further than Leach Brothers Barbecue, located at 1106 East Henderson in Cleveland, Texas. Leach Brothers has been family-owned and operated since 1950. Take it from me, Taco Joe Orwinski. Todd and his family have been filling my belly breakfast, lunch, and dinner for a long time. Heck, I even have my own booth, open Monday through Saturday, 6 a.m. to 7 p.m. Come see them for dine-in, carry-out, and all your catering needs.
Let's be honest. Wheelchairs are heavy, bulky, and ugly. If you carry a wheelchair in your car to take care of a loved one, you know how hard it is getting that clunky, old-style wheelchair in and out of your car. Introducing the Feather Chair Wheelchair. At 13 pounds, it's the world's lightest wheelchair. It folds in seconds and fits neatly in your trunk, backseat, or closet, so you can take it everywhere. And it's only available right here. Order yours today and get a free wheelchair case, a $50 value, yours free. The Feather Chair. The world's lightest wheelchair is just $4.99 with easy payments as low as $16 a month. Sorry, no Medicare or insurance accepted. So call right now to order yours.
800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. 800-823-5826. That's 800-823-5826.
Hey, there's something you forgot to do. It sure is hot. Are you sweating like a dog? Wait, what? Dogs don't sweat. Oh no, you forgot to get your window tinted. Whether it's the kitchen window that sits in the sun for the hottest part of the day, or you just got new wheels, call Sharp Window Tinting in Burleson. 817-615-9379, or look them up on the web, sharpwindowtint.com.
The voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
Just trying to change the narrative. Hell, it's simply imperative that we all have a damn good time. I'm getting them good vibes.
Good morning, Johnson County and all of the world. Anybody else tuning in from wherever you may be? If you're in outer space picking us up right now, welcome to the Rise and Smile program with John and Kim Campbell, and special guest star today, Mr. Matthew J. Peppel. How are you, sir?
Guido is doing fine, sir. I appreciate
you.
Guido.
Y'all hear me say Guido a lot. That's been Matt's nickname since I don't know, a long time.
Probably early to mid '90s, actually.
That's been a bit. Right. So thanks for jumping in here so early. I know it's an early morning for you, and you're on vacation, and here you come to spend it with me, and I appreciate it. I can get my headphones to stay on my head.
Actually, not on vacation, but no one at my work.
Nobody's going to know, right?
Probably okay. Yeah.
Most folks don't know what you do they, man?
No one actually. Every time you ask me what I do, it's just that the conversation's over.
All right, good to y'all. Good morning and welcome again. If you're watching on Facebook, please share us and let your friends know what they need to be doing to start their week off and have a good time with us. We're also streaming live on YouTube and Twitter. And remember, y'all, it's important to not always have to watch us on Facebook, because eventually, Facebook does a lot of weird stuff when it comes to their programming and muting you and all kinds of other wacky stuff. And so make sure that you're checking us out on some of the other forums that we have, YouTube, Twitter. You can take us on the go via the TuneIn Radio app, or we're streaming live 365 on Spreaker.com as well. Let's see. I wonder, make sure y'all can see me. I'm going to go over here to my Matt. Did you tune in yet? Are you watching your thing like you're supposed to?
I am watching.
All right. Ken and Cindy, good morning, y'all. See, you missed one already.
I was just looking at it.
We
and
are.
You beat me to the punch.
Can y'all, can you hear me, Cindy? Can you see us too? Because my phone hasn't caught up for some reason. It's still showing our little graphic thing, but I can see myself over here. So let me know if you can see me, Cindy. Hey, Beth, how are you, young lady? So today's show is brought to you by our good friends at Fort Worth Welder Supply and Lone Star Bar and Grill. Fort Worth Welder Supply is a family-owned operation founded by Mr. Melvin Page in 1976. Their retail store offers the largest selection in the Metroplex on welding equipment, gases, and welders. They deliver all over the Metroplex without even adding a fuel surcharge, Matt. There's going to be a test on the second half when I do this. You guys say the word fuel surcharge for me, okay? Don't forget fuel surcharge. They don't add a fuel surcharge. They have tons of customers all over Johnson County, and they want you to be one too. And Lone Star Bar and Grill, located at 212 West Ellison Street, right there in Old Town Burleson. Lone Star Bar and Grill is a great way to kick off your week with all-day happy hour Monday through Wednesday. Crazy karaoke will be going down on Tuesday and Thursday. And with Friday night being New Year's Eve, they'll be closing at 6 p.m. this Friday, and they will be closed on Saturday for New Year's Day. But don't forget, Lone Star is the place you want to be for Sunday brunch, which they are serving from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays. Good morning, Pam. How are you, young lady? You can hear but can't see you. I'm not so weird. Oh, you can't see me. Hang on, Cindy. I'm going to try to fix that. Thank you for clarifying. Dun, 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 dun. Let's do this.
My official first shout out. Good morning, Nanette. Thanks for tuning in.
All right, see if you can see us there.
I told you I had 3 friends on Facebook.
And one of them's tuned in?
Got a third of them tuned in. Yep.
Nice.
Well.
Who was the name?
Nanette.
Nanette. Is that Nanette you used to work, that I used to know, Nanette?
John Mole's sister, Nanette.
The name sounds familiar. And, you know, there's not a lot of Nanettes out there. So, Nanette, thank you for tuning in and watching Guido's debut here. We're pretty excited. I think you can see me now, hopefully, because I can now see myself on my phone as well. So, y'all should be able to see me, too. Thank you, Beth, confirming. You're awesome. Let's see. Where am I at? I don't have the Rise and Smile hotline open today. Somebody stole my my phone. The bat phone here is gone. So you can't call me today. But please chat in the comments. Let us know what's going on. Let's see. And this Thursday should be a really good karaoke too, because so many folks are on vacation this week. I would be one of those people. So last Thursday was a lot of fun. We got a little wild last Thursday. I went out last night and did karaoke, man.
Cowboy game is that boring, right? Did you like the middle of the third quarter? You abandoned them?
I did. I let them go because I felt like they had it in hand. Which, by the way, my beautiful bride brought me this awesome new watch for Christmas. And notice the dial color.
Nice.
It's the cowboy blue. I'm not sure she intended to do that, but it worked out that way. So.
I'm not sure she would have bought that for you last year since you were on hiatus from watching the Cowboy game due to political reasons.
That's probably true.
Yeah,
probably true. Chaz, hopefully you can see us now, buddy, because we're back ready to go. Good morning, Chazzo, by the way. Let's see. So I got a positive thought, kind of something to remember. I think it's important. And things come to me from all different places, right? A lot of times I'll share my positive quotes from Facebook, or I'll just come up with something, or I'll see something on the internet that jazzes me. I think it's pretty awesome. This one came to me courtesy of the song Till You Can't by Cody Johnson. Pam, I think maybe you have told me you're a Cody Johnson fan. So the hook, the kind of the what do you call it? The chorus says this. It says, if you get a chance, take it. Take it while you have a chance, because you don't know when that chance might go away,
That's
right?
true.
That opportunity.
Absolutely.
If you got a dream, chase it, because a dream won't chase you back. I thought that was really powerful. It meant a lot to me just because I heard it and I was like, man, that's awesome. That's a good line. Because if you got a chance to do something, especially when it comes to business or relationships, things like that, people, kind of wuss out. They're afraid of if something doesn't go the way they want it to go.
That's right.
And they'll miss an opportunity.
Absolutely.
They'll just step out there and step off into it. And you never know what kind of great things are going to happen for you. So if you have a chance, take it. And if you have a dream, chase it. I thought it was really, really powerful lyrics. I liked it a lot. So good job, Mr. Cody Johnson.
Yep. Get out of your comfort zone and go after what you're really wanting. Absolutely.
That's right, Guido. I like the way you said with authority, too.
Second cup of coffee.
Y'all, this is Matt's first time on the show, and he was a little nervous coming into it. It was funny. He went through two phases. He was nervous at first, and then he wasn't nervous. And I told him there was a video also. He goes, they'll be able to see me? And he got a little nervous then. So, but I think he's rebounded now.
I think I'm doing okay.
Got his radio legs under him, if you will.
Many separate parties, I have a radio face. So I'm trying to actually wash my hair this morning. Didn't put any gel in it or anything like that.
Yeah, I can tell there's no product. It's okay.
I would like you to give me a shout out that I was only here 2 minutes late, because I know that was a concern for you.
Very proud of you. Yeah, Matt is habitually late, and that makes me nuts, y'all. So let's see. We've got the survey question of the day. Guido, I'll start with you, and then we'll kick it around to the people out there watching us, and we want y'all's feedback, so let us know what you think. Matt, do you make New Year's resolutions?
I do, but I don't talk about them.
Really?
Yeah,
so it's kind of like
when
you make a birthday wish, you can't tell people what your wish was.
Pretty much,
because it won't come true.
But I can talk about it since we're on the radio.
Good, because that makes good radio. Because my next question was, if you do, what is your one for this year? Do you have one, or do you make multiple?
Mine is to be it's one, but it's very generic.
Okay, throw it
So
at me.
it's to be more consistent in everything I do, whether that includes getting in the gym, because usually my gym schedule revolves around the months. By January, knocking the dust and the rust off. By February, starting to look pretty good. By March, I can start thinking about wearing tank tops. By April, going the shirt off. By July, after
Really?
that summer, okay, maybe a half shirt.
Even worse.
Maybe so. By the time August rolls around, football's starting up, weather's presumably getting a little bit cooler and start fading off
Gym
a little
takes the
gym.
back
And
seat.
by Halloween, it's just wait until January.
So what's consistency going to look like for you if you're going to draw it up? What would be good consistency for you?
Maybe not 5 times a week every week for the first 6 months of the year, and then 0 times a week in October through December.
Maybe keep it to three a week at least consistently.
Yeah, maybe not the grind. Same thing with dieting. You eat perfectly for 4 or 5 months and nothing. I know you don't like greens. I try to stay with that.
Green beans, I eat those.
Do you? I didn't know that.
Green beans, corn, and potatoes, sir. Got them all covered.
Fried green beans? Or?
No,
Okay.
not
All right. I didn't know you ate green beans.
And I don't do like the nasty ones, the French ones, the cut stringy looking ones. Hate those.
The shoestring.
And I don't like those fresh ones you get at like the fancy restaurants with those fresh snapped green beans. Those are terrible too. Give me the good old fashioned canned ones that you add butter to, salt and pepper, and you're good to go.
I mean, if you like green bean casserole, I'm assuming you do.
Do not. No.
Really?
Yeah, all that creamy crap in there, just that takes away from, I can stomach a green bean in its natural form pretty much.
I agree with you 100%. The Del Monte green beans are the best. I don't care if they've been sitting on the shelf for 3 years.
Yep.
When nuclear war came by, that's the first thing I'd be eating after
gonna
it was
survive.
over. But yeah, absolutely. She gets the frozen kind, and they're not as good. Just don't like them.
Chaz, he's shocked. You know what 7 o'clock looks like, he says.
9 a.m. No, Chaz.
Yeah, you're failing at the comment watching, by the way.
I know.
You would have seen that.
Again, I'm nervous. I can focus on one
You're
thing
fine.
at a time.
You're doing good. We have a very flexible studio audience, Matt. They're very forgiving. They'll make fun of you, but they're very forgiving, though. So on the radio, do y'all make New Year's resolutions? We want to know that. You guys chat in the comments. Let us know if you make New Year's resolutions. And if so, what is your resolution? So Kim and I are back and forth. We don't always do them. Occasionally we will. But I'll tell you, Guido, I really like your consistency one because I've preached that on here numerous times that in my opinion, I don't care what it is, whether in your case it's a resolution or the gym, consistency is the key to success.
Right.
If you are consistently somewhere, you know what you need to do to improve or to work on something. But if you're up and down all the time, you don't know.
Yeah.
So okay, I got a positive news story to start off with, y'all. So teens in a small town in New England go the extra mile to help a young boy in a wheelchair. And I'll always talk about things with people with disabilities on here, especially when it's a good feel-good story. I love it. 5-year-old Ryder Killiam was born with spinal bifida and has been in a wheelchair since he was 2 years old. Once he began to be able to start school and begin inclusion classes in kindergarten, things were going well, except when it came to waiting for the bus. So see, they live in New England, right? And with him being in a wheelchair, if it was raining or nasty outside, it kind of became an issue. So his dad, said, I'm going to work on this. So he got their big patio umbrella and he fastened it to the fence. So it had a nice big umbrella out there so he could go out there and at least be under the umbrella in case it was raining or whatever. But with it being windy and stuff, that umbrella didn't do him a whole lot of good. It was still getting him pretty wet, or as well as the mom, dad, or the nurse that helps tend to him as well would get wet too, waiting on the bus. So the dad kind of took to social media and anybody have any ideas of what I could do here? So somebody said, hey, reach out to the local high school. They have a construction class and see if they could help. Do they have any ideas? So this high school construction class, I'll equate it to we're old. So
Like
shop class, right?
Drafting class. Yeah.
Drafting.
Yeah, it was called drafting. Shop. We did drafting.
Wait, California?
I was
Y'all,
in
Matt's from California.
No, he's not.
Yeah, where were you born, Matt?
Los Angeles.
Okay, there you go. You're from California.
Okay. Well, I've been here for 40-something years. So I know you're going to bring that up.
Drafting class. Never heard it called that.
Drafting.
I know. Hey, baby. Good morning. So let's see. So anyway, so the shop class, the construction class, kids, again, we're talking about teenagers here. They're always not looking out for somebody else. It's always about themselves, right? This new millennials and everybody else,
absolutely.
Right? But these kids sprang into action and ended up taking a project on to build Little Ryder a bus hut that ended up being 8 foot by 5 foot, fully, enclosed roof,
Kind of what you see on the side of the road with the glassed in little infrastructure.
Yep. Had little windows, sliding windows and stuff. So they built him a bus hut so that whenever he goes out there, he's completely protected from the elements, especially New England cold, the wind, everything else, and snow. So he now has a bus hut, and his dad said he loves it so much that he'll go out there after school and just hang out there. That's his fort too. He likes to play in there and that kind of thing.
Yeah.
So good on those kids and they said that the construction class teacher said the kids were so excited to do it. They couldn't, that's all they wanted to do every day was go out there until it was done and get that project done. So I was pretty excited about that. Yeah. Little Ryder gets to sit out there in his wheelchair and not have any element issues. So pretty excited about that. That was fun.
Or you just drive him to school. That's a possibility.
He wants to be inclusion. He wants to be part of like the other kids. And I know when Josh was younger, he always wanted to ride a bus. That was a big thing for him. Was when I was school bus till we moved up there close to Hazlitt, and his middle school bus ride. Holy frick. How long was that, babe? It was forever. I mean, literally he would leave the house like an hour and a half before school started and get home like almost 5 o'clock in the evening. It was terrible.
I almost got beat up on the back of the bus one time.
I can see that.
It was the last day of school, and it was a friend of mine that was going to do it. I was acting up. I was in the last few seats of the bus, and the bus driver back then, you didn't have to worry about parents calling you, getting sued, and so on and so forth. So he stopped the bus. Again, it's the last day of school. Everybody wants to get home. We're all 12, 13 years old. And my buddy, I was acting up, and he stopped the bus, and he's like, damn it, I'm not going to go again until everybody sits down back there and shuts up.
Yep.
So I had to pop off, being the smart ass that I am.
Imagine that.
And my buddy, Carwin, turns around, and he said,
his name is Garwin?
Carwin.
Oh, Carwin.
Carwin.
Okay.
I won't go into last names for, identity purposes.
Sure, let's keep him safe.
But he basically grabbed me. Well, you never know. He may be out there. I don't want
right.
I don't want
you
this
don't
to
want
happen
you saying
again.
his name because nobody else knows he has a name.
That's true. Well, there's more than, we'll just call him Carwin Smith.
Okay.
All right. So he turned around anyway, Mr. Smith, and grabbed me by the collar, and he said, if you don't shut the F up, I'm going to pull you off this bus and whip the hell out of you.
And did you shut up?
Other than the crying, I was pretty quiet. That's pretty quiet. Anyway.
That's funny. Yeah, I was never a big bus fan either. I got made fun of a lot in elementary school.
Did?
Yeah.
You're a big guy.
I was a big kid, but I was a big wuss, and I liked any confidence at all and had like terrible teeth because I used my mom used to give me a bottle with sweet tea in it. And so, I worked that sweet tea bottle over. And so I wound up having tons of cavities as a kid, had bad teeth, and had, of course, big ears. We talk about those all the time.
I don't. You don't let me.
Yeah,
because it always comes back to my nose.
I'll be Carwin.
Now
here.
you're Carwin.
Carwin at 50 here, buddy.
So I'm going to delve into this really quick. I didn't know this. I've known you for a minute, and you just said that you had a confidence problem growing up. I never would have imagined that.
Probably until I got into going into 8th grade. I had like this much confidence.
So what happened in the 8th grade? Did you
sports?
Started
playing sports.
Yeah.
I played sports as like a little kid, like pee-wee football and that kind of stuff. But it's pee-wee football. But then once I got into actual, really competitive sports in school, then I started having some success. That kind of really boosted my confidence. And then I must like the swan too. I kind of became the ugly duckling that became the swan, and I got to be, the stud that I am today. And so my confidence.
I think I went just the opposite. I was a confident little shit growing up, and then I started playing sports. So I started here and went down, and you did the opposite.
I can see that being a case.
But I went like this.
Did you?
Yeah, they really started ramping up when I met you.
As it should. I rubbed off on you. It's good.
Yeah.
So Christmas just came and went,
yes,
right? Did y'all have a good time Christmas?
We did have a good Christmas. We had, not me personally, but the COVID, it seems that, it's affecting everybody. It got our family a little bit. My sister, Janine, got it, and my son got it. So we worked around it, count your blessings. It was different again, but enjoyed it.
Did you get anything special for Christmas? Did you ask for anything from Santa?
Santa Claus?
No, Santa Smith. Let's protect his identity, dumbass.
Carwin's brother. I haven't finished Christmas yet, so I hate to, take stock of what happened. We haven't done it with my in-laws yet, and again, my sister. But I got a Roger Staubach jersey.
Oh,
I was very excited about that. I wanted a Micah Parsons.
Who got that for you?
My brother-in-law Matt. Another
really?
Matt.
That's a nice brother-in-law.
Matt
gift.
Smith. Yeah,
Matt Smith. Lots of Smiths in your world.
A lot of cousins. Yeah, but yeah, I was excited to see that. Both of my nephews got Micah Parsons jerseys, but evidently those are in short supply. And after last night, they're going to be in
even shorter supply. Yeah,
Yes.
he's a beast, man.
How about you? Did you get anything special? I know Josh cleaned up.
So Kim and I don't do a lot for each other just because you get to be at a certain age, and if you want something, you go get it normally. So we don't have a lot of needs.
To shop for.
Yeah, but my wife knows me very well and got me a new watch, which I love a lot. So thank you, babe, for my new watch. And My mom got me a really cool gift. Mom, she struggles with gift giving sometimes. She's like never sure. So she's a gift card person most of the time. She got me a cool little spice rack and it has like free refills for 5 years on your spices.
Wow.
On it. That's pretty
It's like
exciting.
the Jelly in a Month Club that Clark Griswold got.
Yeah.
Like the get that keeps on giving. Do you know what I'm talking about?
No.
It's Christmas Vacation.
I know the movie you're talking about,
okay.
but I don't recall that
were...
particular scene or that.
No, I've seen it too much, probably.
Probably so.
Yep.
All right. So don't forget the survey question of the day, y'all. Do you make New Year's resolutions? And if so, what is your resolution this year? We want to know what that is. Let's see. So we have some, so since your first time on the radio, we have some get to know you questions.
I had forgotten we were on the radio until you said that. I was starting to actually get
so just kind of like, well, you should.
Yeah.
You kind of, people just tune in to hear some positive stuff, and I'm gonna make fun of you a lot, so they're gonna get some laughs. It's gonna be awesome. Some get to know you questions. What is your favorite color? We'll start out easy.
It's
you.
blue.
Blue.
Today, notwithstanding, it's blue.
I can see you obviously stand by that every day.
I do have blue underwear.
If you'll not tap on the table, sir, because we can hear it in the microphone.
Sorry.
That'd be great.
It's a nervous tick.
It's okay.
All right.
So blue is your favorite color. It's my favorite color also. That's
is it
a good
really?
color. Yeah.
That was red.
No, that's my son's favorite color is red. My grandson's favorite color is red. As a kid, what did you want to be when you grew up?
That's a tough one. Bigger, probably. I mean, astronaut. My dad was.
What are you, 5'7", man?
5'8". You keep trying to short me an inch.
Well, I think I'm just being honest.
If Reed's out there, then he's cracking up right now because he makes fun of my height all the time, and he's about a smooth quarter-inch taller than I am.
He's got that quarter-inch on you.
Yes, he does.
So you would be what? Bigger, like a
job.
Like a job.
I wanted to be an astronaut, probably.
Really?
My dad, fortunate enough, he worked on the lunar module back in the 60s that may or may not have went to the moon. But yeah, he worked on the lunar module, met the astronauts and everything. So I wanted to do that. I found out it took some acumen that I quickly decided not to do that. So,
I'm a firm believer it didn't happen, by the way. I think it's all a conspiracy theory.
I think it might have been, honestly.
That. I mean,
why have we not gone back? Exactly.
We sound like a movie. That's right.
Would. You said don't tap on the table. I'm sorry.
And you did it again twice.
It was knock. It
Good
wasn't
job.
tap.
Okay. Anyway, so why would you go back? What?
True.
I mean, it was like the big heated race to get up there, and then now we haven't gone back. It wasn't great, right? We can go to Mars. We can't go to the moon. That just makes no sense to me.
Did you heard that they just found water on Mars, like liquid water?
Oh, really?
In a big canyon. Oh, yeah,
Wow.
and I heard that. So that if we ever get to the moon and then go to Mars, we'll be long dead, but they'll have water to drink when they get there.
That's good to know.
Yes.
If you could have any superpower, what would it be?
Fly, 100%.
100%.
Yours. I'm going to guess yours though.
You said that
X-ray
without even
vision.
now, because that's a good guess, Matt, because that was my childhood option.
When did that go away? About a month ago?
As a matter of fact, yes. I was quite the perv as a kid, and so yes, X-ray vision was always my superpower. I thought till probably teenage years, and I realized that flying had a lot more benefit than just seeing boobs. So
well, flying you can look down and see them if. Cleavage from.
I think if you could fly literally, that you then of course I wouldn't because I'm married and I have all the beautiful women I could handle. But if I were single and could fly, women wouldn't be an issue. I mean, they're going to flock to you because you can fly. So.
Fly. I used to have a dream. I'd fly. I'd fly like Superman. But in the dream, my flying powers would leave me when I was at the apex of my flight.
Really? So you'd fall a lot.
Yeah.
Did you ever hit the ground?
I woke up first.
They say you can't. They say you always wake up because
I'm thinking if I hit the ground, we wouldn't be having this
I
conversation.
think that's probably
it would have been bad.
I don't think that's true. I think,
but it's almost like my battery pack went. I was flying like Superman. I'd clench my fist. The harder I clenched my fist, the faster I'd fly.
Interesting.
But sometimes that fist clenching.
My flying in my dream, it wasn't like pew, like that. Mine was more like you levitate up, and just, once you got up, it's like a Harrier jet. Then
that's no fun.
I mean,
I'm Superman. Christopher Reeve. Yeah,
just start out slow, then you just pick up speed
like a hovercraft fly.
Just to start. No, just to start.
Okay.
Just like leaving the ground was a little slow.
Okay.
Then all of a sudden
So you're like the helicopter. I was more like the jet.
Like the Harrier
except
Harrier jet. You know what a Harrier jet is? The Harrier jet that can take off from.
Did you say Harrier?
Harrier.
I thought you said carrier.
No.
Maybe drink some more coffee.
Yeah, please.
All right.
Let's see. More get to know you questions for Guido. If you could only eat one food the rest of your life, what would it be?
Man, that's tough. Can I change the flavor of it? I mean, you can do ice cream.
You can ask, and I'll tell you yes or no.
I just asked.
What is it? And I'll tell you yes or no.
Oh, okay. Pizza, I guess.
Yeah, pizza. Yeah, because you could change different. Pepperoni, sausage, whatever. Yeah, pizza's a good one.
So speaking of pizza, if you could do that, would you put any green stuff on there at all? You can't put green beans on pizza. Would you?
I will say that I had a flatbread one time. Good morning, Tammy. I had a flatbread one time that actually had a bacon jam and arugula on it. Arugula is a green, right? It's in the lettuce family. And I did eat it. What am I reaching? It's green and it grows.
When's the last time you had a piece of lettuce?
Oh, probably the last time somebody mistakenly put something in my Taco Bell taco or burrito that had lettuce. You know, because like they have their little stations where they make their stuff from, and sometimes they'll get some lettuce in the cheese deal and just not see it.
Were you in the drive-thru when this unfortunate event happened?
No, you never know till you get home. Or actually, me, I'll smell that shit on the way home, and it makes me nuts. Yeah, I can't stand it. I think it's like flying by. Let's see. So, is a hot dog a sandwich?
No, and a Cheeto is not a chip. While we're at it, it's a snack.
Is a Pringle a chip?
Yeah, because that's a potato chip.
It's actually not. Look at the label. It says potato crisp.
What the hell is that? Chips are crispy, so that covers your bases.
They weren't able to put that on there. It's actually it was a legal thing back in the day. Potato crisp.
We're going to need a second segment to talk about this.
Okay.
I think. All right.
How many chickens would it take to kill an elephant?
1.
Really?
Yes.
How's a chicken going to kill an elephant?
It would have run him to death. He'd never catch. It'd be like Rocky Balboa trying to catch the chicken. All right. And I knew whatever number I said, you're going to delve deeper into it. So I just went 1. Easy to defend.
Let's see. What's the weirdest thing a guest has ever done at your house?
I don't have guests in my house.
That's a good point. You don't have any friends, do you? That's right.
Well, 3 again.
What are some nicknames that you've had?
I don't know why I'm going to tell you this. My dad probably had a fetish. My nickname was Pecker. My sister's nickname were Wiener.
No,
I'm not kidding. Janine was Wiener, shortened to Weens. And Teresa's nickname was Pud. So
Pud, Wiener, and
Pud,
Pecker.
Wiener, and Pecker.
At least they were all P.
I swore to myself I was never going to tell you that, and I wait till we're on the radio to do it. Can't make this stuff
it's
up.
Memorialized forever now.
Yeah, I know. I mean, is this being recorded?
Peppel.
Peppel. Yes.
Nice. Kudos to him. God rest his soul.
Yes.
Let's see. Would you rather fight 10 duck-sized horses or 1 horse-sized duck?
Probably 1 horse-sized duck.
You know, ducks in a big bill are gonna. Yeah, that's a big ass bill coming at you.
Yeah, but it's 10 of them. So at least with a horse,
they're like chickens. You can kick them.
Have you ever been bitten by a duck? It hurts. I'm not kidding. I know that you're looking at me like, okay, you puss, but it does. I'm
not saying a pecker, but it's just me.
I'm not answering any more questions.
Let's see. What set of items could you buy that would make the cashier the most uncomfortable?
Magnum size condoms.
Just that?
Yeah, probably.
Why would you be uncomfortable with that? I'm sure somebody buys them now.
The cashier would be.
Okay, I was thinking like duct tape,
probably from the last
condoms and
duct tape
and gel.
But since no, just 1 Magnum size condom.
Just 1. I'm gonna be a count, damn it.
That's right. This'll last me a while.
I got 2 minutes, y'all. Don't forget. Do you make do you make New Year's resolutions? And if so, what is yours this year? Let's see. Kim and I were watching the show Guido the other day, and the husband and wife had done this whole role playing thing, and it wasn't like a porn or anything.
Oh, I just tuned out.
And so like the lady was like in this bar, and the husband came in there, and she was dressed all a certain way, and he was a lawyer for real. He's a partner at a law firm, but he came in like he was an architect and had a conversation. They had a hotel room nearby to go get into, and so that whole role play thing. Have you and Michelle ever role played?
You know, we have a little bit, but it's kind of like a mini role play. We'll be in the.
Oh, you look at your size. There's that.
So we're back to that. Just don't bring Pecker into it. Actually, we'll be in the grocery store, and oftentimes, God love my wife, we'll get in line at the grocery store, and she always forgets something. So she says, "Wait in line," and I'll wait in line.
Mm-hmm.
And she comes back, and I'm like, "Ma'am, you can't just cut in line. My wife is around here." So kind of a mini run. She thinks it's funny, but I'm actually living out that.
Does
fantasy.
that escalate to something else usually?
Sometimes it's usually a fight. Usually doesn't go exactly where I want it to, but it's my only mini fantasy role play. I'll act like she's a stranger.
Oh my God, That's funny. So Kim and I had a conversation as we were watching that show, and then she said, "Well, would you want to do that?" I said, "Well, I don't know, I've never done it. Maybe we should try it." She's like, "Do you want to?" I said, "I don't know. We can try. I don't care." And so next thing you know, we're talking about. She goes, "What do you want me to do? What's the role?" So I don't know. You could go in like be a businesswoman, like in a business suit, and you're in from out of town or something. I come in, be whatever. And she's like, "You've been thinking about this a lot." I said, "It's like the last 10 seconds. I didn't give this any thought."
Put you on the spot, and you came in through flying colors and said, "Hey, yeah."
And now apparently I think about role playing all the time. So, y'all, second half of the show, we've got the Twisted Call segment coming up where Matt's going to have to call somebody. It's going to be a lot of fun. Y'all, thanks for tuning in for this first half. We got a couple commercials for you to listen to, about 2 minutes worth. Don't go anywhere, y'all. Be right back.
Wilfred Brimley for Loafing Dog.
I'm Wilfred Brimley for Loafing Dog. You know, when I get the hankering for a hot dog, I go to Cleveland, Texas. Just a couple blocks off the square, they got Loafing Dog. They got the Neely Dog, the Mary Sunshine Dog, the Casey Dog, and the Shirley Dog. Why, they even got the Pacer Dog, the Brooklyn Dog, and the Jim Dog. Can't forget the Shane Dog, or the Joy Dog, and the Monty Dog. I like that fool. The Nakia Dog and the Braxton Dog round things off. Why, they even got a kids menu too.
Loafing Dog, 208 East Chambers Street, Cleveland, Texas. Lunch, catering, or takeout, plus outdoor seating. Phone number is 817-556-1040.
This is Wilford Brimley. And don't forget, Loafing Dog won't give you diabetes.
Fast Track Student Loans can get your student loans out of default, stop any wage garnishments, stop collection calls, and stop seizure of your tax refund. Give yourself a break. Stop the stress and get your student loan payments down to as little as $25 a month based on what you can afford to pay. 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395, 800-709-4395.
Out-of-date carpet giving you the blues? Tired of your old dingy and broken tile? Let my friends at the Floor Store in Cleveland, Texas give your home the makeover it deserves. This is Old Taco Joe coming to you for the Floor Store. Whether it's carpet, tile, wood flooring, or real wood laminate, the Floor Store can cover all of your flooring needs. Located at 405 West Henderson Street in Cleveland, Texas, owner Brent Harris can help. Shower tile, tub surrounds, even backsplashes. Give them a call today at 817-641-9444. The Floor Store, they got you covered.
The voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
I ain't trying to hear the negative. Nope. I'm just trying to change the narrative. Hell, it's simply imperative that we all have a damn good time. I'm getting them
Good vibes, y'all, and good morning again. Welcome to Joco Community Radio and the Rise and Smile program with John and Kim Campbell. And special guest today, Mr. Matt Peppel. Having fun yet?
Have we started?
Matt, he's like, this, I'm pretty relaxed now. This is pretty good.
This isn't bad until I saw we had more viewers. Then
There,
it started
see?
freezing up.
There you go. You're fine. Today's show is brought to you by our good friends at Fort Worth Welder Supply and Lone Star Bar and Grill. Fort Worth Welder Supply is a family-owned operation founded by Mr. Melvin Page in 1976. Their retail store offers the largest selection in the Metroplex on welding equipment, gases, and welders. They deliver all of their Metroplex without even adding what, Matt?
Fuel surcharge. That'll be just real good, sir. Fuel surcharge.
That's right.
All
Good
right.
job, buddy.
Put me on the spot.
Oh, my God. I told you I was going to.
I know, but I didn't know it was going to be right now.
They deliver. They have tons of customers all over Johnson County, and they want you to be one too, y'all. And Lone Star Bar and Grill, located at 212 West Ellison Street, right there in Old Town Burleson. Lone Star Bar and Grill is a great way to kick off your week with all-day happy hour Monday through Wednesday. Crazy karaoke going down on Tuesday and Thursdays. And with Friday night being New Year's Eve, they'll be closing at 6 p.m., so no live music on Friday night. And they're closed on Saturday for New Year's Day. Don't forget, Lone Star is the place you want to be for Sunday brunch, which they are serving from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays. Let's see here. The good message to kick off the second half. Good morning, by the way, Christine. I saw you check in there. Let me go back to my little chat so I can see what's going on over here. Kenneth said, no New Year's resolutions for y'all. Y'all don't make them, huh? Yeah. I'm pretty sporadic. I do. Sometimes I don't. Sometimes. This Kim sent me this one. She thought this was really good. So, Kimmy, we're going to share your good message you sent over. It said that you are not a drop in the ocean. You are the entire ocean in one drop.
That's deep.
It is deep.
That is deep.
Is that
Which
is that
ocean?
an ocean?
Which
That
ocean?
pun
There's like
intended?
5 or 6 of them.
Yeah, but I thought that was. I had to think about it for a second. At first, I was like, But people get lost sometimes and think that what difference can I make? I'm just such a tiny piece of this whole thing. But if you think about it, I mean, humans, just us as individuals, you're your own complex thing. I mean, you're your own world
Entity.
You have your own world around you every day, whether you have your family, your career, whatever. So you are that ocean in and of itself as well. So don't think of yourself and don't dismiss yourself as one small drop. We can all make a difference. You can make a difference. Even Matt, in your stature of 5'8",
8.
I said 5'8", can make a difference. So if Matt can make a difference, you can make a difference. That's right.
It's kind of like voting, right? Same principle. I used to not vote.
Really?
Right. And now I'm conservative, so we need all the conservative votes that we can get out there. My wife is basically strong arm me into voting now, so I vote.
Good.
It's just one vote, but she said that I couldn't bitch anymore if I didn't vote.
That's true.
And I like to
statement.
bitch, so
Yes,
I got my ass to the polls.
Yes, you do. So again, y'all, the survey question of the day is: do you make resolutions for New Year's? And if so, what is yours for this year? Matt's is to be more consistent.
Yep.
I am probably in flux. I'm going to make one or not. I don't know. So if you're making them out there, let me know what your New Year's resolution is going to be. I want to know. So Guido, this is something that you and I share a common passion for. So I'm going to ask you if you know the answer to this off the top of your head here. What's the weather for the week look like?
You want me to be positive, though, right?
I want you to tell me what the weather for the week is.
The weather for the week is going to be much like it has been in the 70s. I have heard that this weekend is supposed to get cold for I think I was telling you about a day and a half. 40s for the high. So
and lows like 25 on Saturday
25.
night, I think I saw. Yeah.
We've had one freeze this whole year so far.
I know.
I'm Mr. Weather guy.
But remember last year, it all came late. Boy, did it come in when it came.
I didn't love the fact that we got below zero and people lost heat and water bursting and all that, but the cold and the snow was great.
Yeah.
Maybe not, maybe 15 or 20 in snow, not -2.
Right. Agreed.
Yep.
We don't want to tax the power grid again, right? And all that BS. Did you know that there's 3 power grids in the U.S.?
I did not
East,
know that.
West, and Texas. We have our own.
Really?
Yep.
ERCOT?
I thought that was pretty interesting that we have our own power grid. There's the whole.
Haven't they
divide the
revamped it?
country in half. You have the East, West, and then Texas has their own power grid.
Well, I mean, if Texas ever secedes, which we can. We're the only state that can do that.
Correct.
We wouldn't have to worry
'Cause we
about
came in under
foreign
treaty,
power. That's
under-
right. We're a country.
That's right.
That's right.
That's right. Let's see. Today is National what day, you may ask, Guido? You know how they have like the National Hot Dog Day or
Sure,
whatever,
sure.
right? So today is it's probably the worst too, because usually there's like 5 or 10 national somethings. Today there's only one,
Mm-hmm.
and it's National Fruitcake Day.
I thought that would be Christmas.
I
Have
know.
you ever had fruitcake? Do you like fruitcake?
First of all, do I like fruit? Let's start with the base there. I don't like fruit. So
You
no,
don't like
I've
fruit?
never tried a
Or
fruitcake.
how are you in such shape if you don't like green stuff other than the green beans and you don't
Take
like
my
fruit?
vitamins and my
Mhm.
herbs and whatnot.
Your herbs?
My herbs,
I
yes.
call them herbs.
Yeah, you would.
They shouldn't have an H on if you don't want the H sound.
You like the whole
I like the herb.
phonics, the phonetics,
part.
right? You want to
Yeah.
hooked on
If you,
phonics.
if you
work
go
for
to a
me?
dictionary and look up phonetically, it's probably herb.
Yes.
Herb Smith.
Except it probably says pronounced, then it says like ERB, right?
We should look that up after we go off.
You
there.
can. All right. So National Fruitcake Day. Yuck. Okay. If y'all like fruitcake, good on you. God bless you. So that's also, this week though starts, or actually Christmas started, the 12 days of Christmas. Did you know the 12 days of Christmas is actually after? It starts on Christmas. It goes to January 5th.
Yeah, that's a religious thing, I think. That's why we keep our tree up till like the 15th. You're supposed to actually keep your tree up, other than laziness, through the middle of the month.
Ours is always till the 1st. After the first of the
The
year,
1st?
you can come down anytime.
So when you're hungover on the 1st, are you taking the tree down that afternoon?
Yeah, I'm not
the
gonna
bowl
get
games
hungover.
and everything.
I'm getting over typically now.
Really?
Yeah. So that's December 25th through January 5th. Kwanzaa starts today, actually yesterday, December 26th through January 1st.
Is
So
that a South
happy
African
Kwanzaa
or African?
I think
holiday?
so. And December is Bingo's birthday month. Did you know that?
National Bingo Month. I
It's
know
Bingo's birthday
Who's
month.
Bingo?
The game
no
of
idea.
bingo was born in
Oh,
December.
okay. So a lot of blue hairs are really digging.
Man, I don't know that you should lump blue hairs into that. I mean, because like Kim likes bingo. She got blue hair.
I don't think. I haven't seen her in a few months.
And you better be nice with what your answer
Actually,
is. She'll kick the shit out of you.
Oh, please. She's going to put me in the box again. That was a 3-year box. I don't want that again. I'm sorry, Kimmy.
Yeah. Was it only 3 years? I felt like it was longer.
I mean, it felt like 17, actually.
Good morning, Amy. Hope all is well. Happy Monday to you. And she does not make resolutions, but she says what she say. But I sat She sets reachable goals. I like that.
I just got to watch it from Miss Wendy Pruitt. So I'm probably need an escort out to my car when I leave.
Probably so. Yeah. Probably so. Oh, because the bingo comment. I bet Wendy likes bingo. Kim likes bingo. I know Josh loves bingo. But nowadays, Matt, you gone to play bingo lately?
Actually, I was going to say that I have. I was at my son's fundraiser at school, and I won the first game.
Well, you beat those kids. Good for you, Matt. You should feel good about yourself.
Well, the principal was calling the letters.
Was it? Did you have the little dauber and you?
No, it was like little buttons or something like that.
Okay.
And I wanted $10 Amazon gift card.
Good for you.
I don't know how to use it
because
Did
you give it to your kid, or did you donate it back to the cause?
He took it actually. He said since it was his school, that he pulled eminent domain on me, and he kept it.
Well, if you go to like the bingo halls, they actually have like electronics now. It's like a little computer up in front of you. You got to do the marketing thing. It'll tell you, bing, 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 it'll flash up for you. It's pretty awesome.
Do the balls, are they electronic balls, or is it all?
No, it's all still out there pulling the balls out.
You need to keep the human element in it.
And December's also National Tie Month. Wah, wah.
Yeah, that's weird.
We'd hate to be a tie manufacturer because that business is going down in a hurry, right?
I would think so.
So Wendy, glad you're on, baby girl. That's good to see you on here. Let's see. So now it is time for the game known as Twisted Calls, where the contestant, which is Guido, Matt, you can plug your phone with that little headphone jack hanging right there. The contestant will be calling someone that doesn't watch or listen to the show, and Matt will have 1 minute to get them to say 2 different words or phrases. Where does your headphones plug in, Matt? The top of your thing right there, probably. Look right there on the top.
I have no idea.
So see the hole? There you.
Careful, it's not going in. just
First time you've heard that. Let me see your phone case. Dumb. On the bottom, right there. See the round?
Well, you said the top.
Well, because there's a hole right there, you jackass.
I couldn't find a hole.
Anywho, y'all, he's got 1 minute to get them to say 2 different words or phrases that I will flash up to him, which he does not know what they are yet, which always makes it more fun. And if you're successful, Matt, you will win a Twisted Texan prize pack. I'll tell you right now, nobody has gotten 2 words yet.
Really?
Correct. So the pressure's on. You got 1 minute. So you can't dilly-dally around with how's the weather. You know, when you call them, don't call them yet.
I'm not going to.
When you call them, you got to get to it pretty quickly on what you're trying to get them to say, okay?
So I can't say I'm on the Joco community radio show.
Can't say that, right? Hey, I need you to say something. You have to just kind of start up a conversation and figure out how you're going to get them to say these words, okay?
Okay.
And if our person editing or producing it at home, Tiffany, is on, and she's going to flash the words up for y'all to be able to see them. I've tried to hold it up here for y'all, and you can't never see it. So
now, do I need to put my phone on speaker, or just simply make the call since I'm plugged in here?
You're gonna make the call. I'm gonna turn this on over here, and we'll hear that in just a second. So I'm gonna get my my timer going.
Clear my browser history here, so I don't embarrass myself.
Nobody's gonna see your browser history, Matt.
They might hear it.
All right, so I'll wait till the call clip until they answer before I start the timer, okay? And I'll flash the word up to you at the same time. So here we go. So go and make your call.
Well, I need some lead time on.
Take it off mute. Nope, there's no lead time for you.
This is not fair. I need to see it. I gotta prep.
There it is right there. Come on, answer. Riveting radio.
This is great. I think we need to go on to phase 2.
Next call. I told you to have at least 3 folks lined up you could call.
Okay, I do. They're all the 3 friends I were bragging about earlier. All right. Go here. This one will actually be funnier if they answer.
We've had such good success with people answering.
So all my friends are losers. They don't get up before 10 a.m.
Your call has been forwarded.
All right, strike 2. Come on, you got one more chance here, buddy.
One more.
Hey, Charlie. Good to see you, buddy. Thanks for tuning in. And Wendy, it was good seeing you at the Christmas party too.
Actually, this one doesn't work. Go, give me 4.
Okay,
It'll be hilarious answers. This is embarrassing.
You should call it. You should call your ex-boss.
You've reached Morgan. Leave your name and number, and I'll...
Well, that was funny just because everybody knows it was Morgan.
Yeah, his schedule's so wacky. I wouldn't have called him either.
I'm getting desperate now. Like I said, now I'm going to satellite friends.
Or family.
Let's try Mr. Bobby Rowland.
There's no way he's going to answer.
You know what? Weirder things have happened. Cowboys scored 56 points last night. It could happen.
It's true. There may be some cursing off.
What's up, brother?
Hey, man, what are you doing?
I was sitting here at my desk looking at the chiller. What are you up to?
Nothing. Hey, you ever wonder sometimes if you get spots down there, like when you were having a lot of sexual partners and you thought you caught something? What were they called? I mean, you're looking down. I mean, I've had them before. It's been a while, but they're like bumps on your junk. What are they? I don't even remember what they're called. You know what I'm talking about?
You're not talking about crabs, are you?
Close. I mean, you're getting there. I mean, they're kind of crabs, and they're in that area, so you're in the right area. What's what's that?
Fuck if I know. I said, fuck if I know.
You don't know? I mean, dude, I everybody's had these, and they're not crabs.
The point?
Yeah, I mean, they're like bumps. Not razor burn or anything like that. I mean, they're like bumps. You're looking at your junk and.
What, do you got a case of the crabs or the bumps?
No, I don't have the No, I don't have crabs or bumps.
You need me to come over and spray you or what? I got some goddamn raid.
I knew I could count on you. All right, the other thing. What did John? You remember John Campbell? What did he used to always call me? Kind of like your ass. He's like, something says what? Remember he used to.
Guido?
No, not Guido. Like the derogatory term for your asshole.
Anus?
Close. That's too clinical. It disturbs me. You know all these names for assholes, though.
Bobby Rowland.
What's up?
What are you doing, dude?
Y'all playing a game or something?
Pretty much.
Yeah, we got you on the radio with us on Joco Community Radio. So
and
Matt,
now here Reed calls.
Matt
back.
was
He's
supposed to
out.
get you to say two different words in a minute, and he didn't. He failed at both.
Did not succeed. Well, tell him what the words
The
were.
first one was genital warts,
Okay. No, I wouldn't have got that one.
and the second was sphincter.
Remember, sphincter says what?
Oh yeah.
Yeah. Oh, now it all comes back.
So he loses?
He loses.
Yeah.
That's right.
Thanks
Hell yeah.
He has to buy breakfast now.
Thanks for that,
Thank
B.
you.
All right, Bobby. Appreciate it, dude.
Thanks, brother. No, he hung up. Got Mr. Dial Tone.
I knew we'd get some curse words out of him.
Shout out to
Oh,
Reed
my
for calling
God.
me back, though. Usually it takes him 3 days. So not bad, Reed. Thank you.
Oh, that was funny. Excuse me. It was funny, Kimmy.
That was great that Bobby picked up. John
You need me to
said,
come
"There's no
spray you?
time like
You need me to come spray you?
Now that's a friend, right? He's willing to get down there and crotch spray.
That's
clean you
yeah.
up.
That's something.
I mean, it's funny. He's like, "You got crabs?"
Got
We
crabs,
have
do
that
you?
conversation all the time. That's been a long time.
And you said everybody gets these. Everybody's had them. No.
I was trying to lead the horse. Okay.
I was trying to tell you, when a frog pees on you, what do you get? You should get him at least
Bobby
half the
wouldn't have known
word.
that. He wouldn't have known that. I don't think.
Oh, come on. Everybody knows what
Or
a frog.
he
Of
would have
course.
said bumps. You had a frog pee on your junk?
Oh my
it
God.
would've
Okay,
been
that was
bad.
awesome. All right, so now it's time for a good segment, Matt. Wacky world news. That's right. So it's our wacky world news segment, and probably not any parental discretion advised this week. It's kind of mild. So a rare copy of the Superman #1 comic book sold on newsstands for a dime in 1939 was recently purchased at auction for how much you think?
Oh man, I'll bet it's $1 million. I mean, that stuff's crazy.
2.6.
At least I got the 7 figures. I almost short.
2.6
That's
million
crazy.
for a comic book.
No intrinsic value there whatsoever.
Can you believe that?
Yeah, actually, I can.
Oh,
I
man,
just
I just woo.
now. Which one was that?
Superman #1.
Number 1. Yeah,
Yeah.
totally believe it. That was like in the 30s, right?
Let's see.
Does it
No,
say?
it doesn't say. Yeah, 1939. Yeah, the seller, Mark Michelson, yeah, bought the comic in 1979 from its original owner and kept it in a temperature-controlled safe all this time.
Temperature controlled. So I wonder if it's like hermetically sealed?
I don't know.
It's got to be for $2.5 million.
Don't know. In Kensington, New Hampshire, an accidental shooting led police to the New Hampshire house that was overrun with more than 70 cats and was then declared uninhabitable because it was covered with feline feces and urine.
70 cats.
Yes.
What can you do with 70 cats that you can't do with 60?
I don't know.
That begs the question.
But police in Kensington got a call from a hospital on Wednesday that a man had admitted in the ER that he to a gunshot wound. He shot himself by accident in the abdomen. So that's got them to go to the hospital, take a statement, and then they wanted to go just investigate the scene and make sure there's no funny business, right? And that's when they found all the cats.
How did he? I want to dissect how he shot himself by
He
accident.
was cleaning his rifle, put it on the workbench, and it fell off onto the floor and discharged. That's what he said.
Could have been worse. Could have got them a little bit lower.
Could have been a lot worse. Correct. Yep. But 70 cats
or higher.
Yeah, you heard of the cat lady, right? You know, the cat lady. I've heard there's a cat dude here. So I
bet he watches Friends a lot.
Now that you could offend our audience that watches Friends.
I watch Friends. I just don't have 70 cats. I think it's a great show.
All right, good. Two neighbors in Austin ended up in a shootout over an argument about one neighbor allegedly stealing the other neighbor's bounce house. First of all, that's a pretty big item to steal, and a big inflatable bounce house. Those aren't easy. You saw the guys that have to wheel on big dollies and stuff, you know. And
you can't take that, put it in your backyard, and say I haven't seen it.
Wasn't me,
right?
They got their kids out there bouncing. Nope, bought this yesterday. I know it looks just like yours, and your name's on it right there, but it's not the same one. I promise you. Yeah, a bounce house.
I would just go buy one.
So the lady,
how much are they? $300.
It wasn't like he was
that bad.
Taking it. You know, like and caught him in the act. She went over and confronted him afterwards because she just said, I know you took it, you know, blah, blah, blah. And whenever they got to the argument kind of heated up, she pulled out her pistol and started shooting him.
So did it come out that he actually had the bounce house deflated in his closet?
That did not make the news story.
Was it a justified shooting?
I don't know. Well, I think it's not going to be justified when you walk to somebody's house with your gun and then confront them on stealing your bounce house and shoot them.
In some places of the world, that could be justified.
If you kept them in your yard doing thieving of some sort, I'm sure you could shoot them and be justified there. But I don't know. Over a bounce house.
Yeah,
Killed him. Killed the guy.
Killed him?
Yeah.
And he may not have even taken the bounce.
They said like 6 shots. I mean, she was like bang, bang, bang. She was letting him have it.
It was a crime of passion.
Passionate about their bounce houses, I guess. Right?
So.
And Florida almost always makes the Wacky World News segment. Florida man with drugs around his penis denies they were his. Florida authorities said they found cocaine and methamphetamine wrapped around a man's penis during a traffic stop, but the man denied they were his. Pinellas County Sheriff's deputies said they stopped the vehicle driving without its lights on at 4 a.m. last Saturday. The local news station reports the driver was arrested on charges of DUI and marijuana possession. Authorities said they found a gun under the passenger seat while searching the car and discovered the drugs while searching the passenger himself. The man said the drugs were not his. He didn't say whose they were, but said they did not belong to me. Again, wrapped around his penis.
You know, some people could hide more drugs than others. They were doing that. So they reached down his strip search on the.
Well, when you go to jail, from what I hear, when you go to jail, like you have to.
From what you hear,
from what I hear,
yeah,
luckily,
it's true.
Knock on wood, I've never been to one, and so like they have to take all your clothes off and check you out. But apparently, when they did, they found his drugs wrapped around his yin yang.
Wow, just kind of hanging there, huh?
Yeah, hanging out.
Nice. There are worse places to put it, I guess. I've heard of other
like
orifices.
mules, people that that ingest them and all kinds of stuff, and then dying because they burst in their stomach and stuff.
They put like bags, and they sometimes they can't pass and get a blockage.
Yeah, it's terrible.
Yeah, not good.
Bad stuff. Do you watch Yellowstone?
You're about the 20th person that's asked me that. I am going to watch Yellowstone because I want to see the prequel 1883 or something like that.
Yeah.
Sam Elliott's
that's just now going on right now.
Yeah, best voice in the world, Sam Elliott.
He's got a good voice.
Yes, he does. Yeah. So yes, I'm going to start watching Yellowstone.
So Kim and I were watching last week, and so since it's a week old, I can say this, and it's not going to spoiler alert for anyone. Doesn't have any plot twist, y'all. So Kim and I were watching it last week, and one of the cowboys had to retrieve some horse semen. And there's quite the process. I didn't know exactly what was involved in this.
You got to buy him
per
a drink.
se. Yeah, at least a drink, right? So it's like this. I'm going to call it like this big boot-looking thing that has like this receptacle at the bottom of it to capture the semen. But it's like it's a pretty big boot-looking thing, right? that they have the horse up on this little perch, the front legs, like when the horse is mounting the female, right? And then you take the said boot and you put it around the horse's member and commence to
you have to move it
around
back and forth.
Yeah, correct. And then horse relieves himself there, and
how long that
go.
takes?
In the show, it didn't take very long. But the funny part was,
let's edit it for content too.
Yeah, Kim could not believe the size of the horse's dong. She goes, "Oh my God, look at that!"
I was going to say the boot must be rather large.
The boot was rather large.
Yeah, I'll bet.
And
did she start throwing rocks at you?
Well, maybe not. And so she says, "I've never seen a horse's penis before." I said, "You haven't?" She goes, "Where would I have seen a horse's penis?" I don't know, maybe TV somewhere along the way.
Yeah, on the side of the road.
Maybe in real life.
Yeah.
I don't know. But apparently she had never seen a horse's junk and was amazed at the size of it.
So did the horse like have a cigarette dangling out of his mouth after this?
He dismounted from his little perch and off he went. Just
with a smile on his face. Awesome.
He's a true guy, giant guy horse. You know, get yours and you're done. Just off he goes.
So why were they doing this? I mean, what's
they run a stud farm? They sell the semen.
So he gets to do that, but he doesn't even. Oh, he sells it. So you can't just bring the mares in and have them go to town. He doesn't get anything out of that.
A little more precise method, kind of like in vitro fertilization, I guess. You know, they take the sperm and they fertilize the eggs, and so I guess in this case they would actually take and.
It's so scientific, clinical. No joy of procreation there for the horse.
Well, I'm sure the horse gets his share of girlfriends.
All right,
that bothers you apparently.
Of course, he's going to see a cowboy with
strike
boots
close
on
to home,
and attack the horse. I'm not going to go there. To see a cowboy with boots on and hump the guy.
That could happen. That could happen. So anyway, that was pretty funny. Speaking of that, I saw a meme. This is how every guy on a dating app should take his picture, his profile picture, and he was standing next to a horse. The horse was had his trunk out, so the guy was standing right there like it was.
I was going to say you don't want to do a comparison shot with a horse.
No, that's pretty funny. Let's see, Matthew, Jerome, anything you have? I haven't given you to say anything or any stories you might want to talk about.
You know, I would say that when you asked me to do the show, of course, I was flattered. We'd always talked about doing this together. So hats off to you and Kimmy for making this happen. Appreciate you having me on. I think the thing that you told me that it was worrisome to me, maybe you too, you said I had to be positive. Now I knew about the show, good vibe show, positive thinking. I think the Lord blessed us with a cowboy game that not even I could come in here and bitch about. 56-14 beat down. I was rooting for Washington to score by the fourth quarter.
Yeah, that was pretty crazy.
Yeah, I was ready to come in here guns a-blazing, but Cowboys, Dak came back.
They
and
did good.
Better.
They did good. I'm going to tell you, I'll go back to this because we don't have but a minute some change.
Yeah, I had a longer story, but you didn't give me enough lead time.
Oh, my bad. Sorry. Do you watch Netflix?
Yeah, my kids log me on to it. And I get on.
Have you ever noticed how descriptive they are when they lead into their shows? Like the things that pass the top. So like the one we're watching right now, it's called The Witcher. And it says language, nudity, adult content, and smoking.
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 Oh, you got the language and the nudity, but my God, there's a guy.
I don't see how all of that can't fit under adult content. Let's just stop there.
Probably so.
But I've got to tell you that there's nudity, language, adult content, and smoking. And so far in the show, we've only seen them smoke one time. And of course, this is medieval times.
Was
right?
it a horse?
So it was like
a boot?
No.
Okay.
It was a witch lady, actually. And she had like this little peace pipe looking thing, and that was the only smoking we've seen in, 9 episodes. But they still label every show smoking.
So how much nudity's in it? Because what I do, I'll go to the parents' guide for movies and make sure there's nudity in it before I get on there and look.
Kim and I have a rule. If it doesn't have language, nudity, and adult content, we're not going to.
You got to have 2 out of 3.
You can't watch.
So why do you have to have adult content separate from nudity?
That's what I'm trying to figure out.
It's kind of the same thing.
It's an all-inclusive term.
Yes.
I don't know. Who knows? So while we got 30 seconds, Matt, we can't really get into anything else. Real quick, some top things that people talk about for themselves for setting resolutions. Drink more water. People always say that as a resolution. Eat healthier. Talk about that one too.
Yep.
Save money. People want to save money in general. It's always a big thing. And there comes our music. Matt, it's been an absolute pleasure having you on.
Pleasure being on. Thank you so much.
We really appreciate you being on here with us. And thank you all for tuning in. Y'all have a great week. Remember, stay positive, love each other, take care of each other, and we won't see you again probably. So Happy New Year.
Happy New Year, everybody.
Bye, y'all.
From Burleson to Venus and Grandview to Godley, this is the voice of Johnson County, Joco Community Radio.
News this hour from townhall.com. I'm Rich Thomason. Well, Christmas may be over, but the travel troubles that marred the holiday for tens of thousands of Americans persist this morning. Same time, the slowdown in travel meant no slowdown in gifting. Correspondent Greg Clugston explains.
Citing staffing problems tied to COVID-19, airlines have canceled hundreds of flights each day over the past few days. The result has upended holiday travel plans for tens of thousands of travelers. The highly contagious Omicron variant is to blame, and there's no indication when normal flight schedules will resume. Meanwhile, the coronavirus